Hey, this is Omar from DepressionHero.com, and I'm in San Diego in Balboa Park, and there's all kinds of museums here, and behind me is the San Diego Museum of Man. I want to talk to you about depression today, and the reason I'm standing here in front of this beautiful building is to talk to you about change. You may be aware of this, but California was actually part of Mexico. Same with Arizona, same with Texas. Those were all part of Mexico at one point. So now San Diego, California, San Francisco, Los Angeles, La Ciudad de Los Angeles, all of these are Spanish words because they're part of Mexico, and Mexico was basically conquered by Spain. So why am I telling you all this, and what does all of this have to do with depression? Well, it has to do with change. Because today, Spain, which at one point conquered a big portion of the world, today, Spain has got really, really bad economic problems. They have unemployment of 20% or more. They have big economic problems. It's changed. So at one point, Spain was ruling the world, the seas, with the Spanish Armada and all that. And now Spain, which at one point had conquered Mexico, it's not a world power anymore. So the point is change. At one point you're up here, the next day you're down here. Okay? So change is inevitable. You also change. You can never stay exactly the same way. So the thing is that either you change willingly or you become changed unwillingly. So change happens to everybody. And either you change yourself because you learn, you go to school, you learn new things, new technology arises, you adapt, or you don't. And if you don't, you won't survive. So, for example, Darwin, his famous quote is, "Survival of the fittest." Actually, it's not true. That's not what he said. He said it was the survival of the most adaptable. So in order to survive and to deal with all of this change that's constantly happening around us, you have to be adaptable. And if you've got the same program, the same conditioning in your mind, in your feelings, in your body, if you're always doing the same movements all the time, and if you're constantly thinking the same thoughts over and over and over, experiencing the same emotions over and over and over, there's no change. You're not adapting to what's happening around you. We're in a recession right now. We have to adapt. The point is change. So either you change or you will be pulled into whatever change is happening. So unless you change your mental process, your thinking, your constant thinking, the same thoughts that you have every day, unless you change your feelings that you have every day, unless you change your movements that you have every day, your body is going to become accustomed to those movements and start to give you pains, mental pains, emotional pains. So again, it comes down to this three-step formula for depression. To evolve out of your training and your conditioning, you've got to first have the desire to change. And most people are afraid of change because if they change, who will they become? They will become not them. If you change, you will become not you, somebody else. And there's that big fear about who will you become if you're not who you are. But the problem is that you don't know who you are because you're run by your programs and your conditioning. So if you take away the programs and the conditioning from childhood, from school, from the environment, from the news and all that stuff, who will you be? That's part of the discovery process. So desire, discover, and then do something different, because whatever it is that you're doing has gotten you to this point of depression. So you have to do something different. If you keep doing the same thing, you're going to go deeper and deeper and deeper into depression. And you can't do it just by thinking your way out of depression. Your thoughts cannot change your thoughts. You have to involve your emotions and your body to pull your thoughts away from this automatic thinking process. So that's what you have to do. Engage your emotions and engage your body in that whole process. And it starts with awareness. You become aware, and as you become aware, it's like, oh wow, I'm feeling really uncomfortable around this person because he reminds me of my father, and my father used to beat me, okay, for example. This is not my situation, I'm just giving you an example. And as a result, maybe that person is your boss, and you start to feel like a victim because as a child you had no choice. You couldn't really defend yourself against a big adult. And so you start to feel like a victim, you start to act like a victim, and people start to be able to abuse you. And then the cycle continues because you believe, oh, I have no choice, I can't do this, because that's your childhood conditioning. Same thing with depression. I can't do this. This won't succeed. This will be a failure. I always fail. I'm always screwing up. It'll never work. I'll never get a good job. I'll never get paid well. Whatever those negative automatic thoughts are, that's what you have to become aware of, because they happen automatically and they happen habitually. So you have to become aware of them and then change them. Okay? I suggest you write them down in your journal so that you can keep track of them. And as you become aware of it, you can remember things as you're writing them down. It becomes real. It comes out of your head into the actual page. It becomes real. It has a certain power to it. So that's what I recommend you do. First, start with the desire. Then do the discovery process. Make it fun. It's like, you know what? I'm going to get out of depression, and I'm going to understand why I'm depressed, and I'm just doing it. And then make it a discovery process. Have fun. You know, imagine you're a child just discovering, playing, and just have fun. Discover it. I know you've got a lot of emotional pain. I know. I've been there. But you've got to do the discovery process and have fun, and then do something different. Change your body. Stop looking down. Look up. Get some sun from outside. Change what you're eating. Do one simple thing every day that gets you closer to where you want to go. Smile. Just the very act of smiling will activate neurons in your brain, okay, and make you happy. Change your diet. Do something simple every day, but do the discovering first. And before you do that, get the desire. You have to have the desire. If you have no desire to change, nothing's going to happen. You're going to stay the same and actually get worse. So if you like this video, please press like and leave a comment. And if you want to have more videos like this, then go to DepressionHero.com and become a hero of your life. That's what heroes are. Heroes overcome obstacles. He goes through all these different hardships, and he earns whatever he wins, the prize. And the prize is you, your life. So become the hero of your life. Overcome depression and be a creative contributor to the world. That's, for me, what being a hero is. So go to DepressionHero.com, and I'll see you there. Take care.